Students, welcome to the video. In this video, we will be discussing the hydraulic design of sewer. Actually, during the design of sewer, we have to keep certain points or factor which will give you the effective discharge or which will give you the self-cleansing velocity and all. There are different types or the shapes of the sewer that can be used for the sewer design, such as circular, horseshoe shape, egg shape, parabolic, rectangular, square, like this. But the circular sewer is considered as a desirable or the most appropriate design for the design of sewer. So, thus we are going to discuss which hydraulic design fact parameter should be considered while designing the circular sewer. General approach for the design of sewer is similar to the design of water mains. However, there are two differences in the design of sewer and water mains. So, the same approach is used which we are using for the water supply conduit or the pipeline. But there are main two differences exist in the sewers and water mains. So, what are those? The first one is pressure of the solid matter and second one is the pressure of water. Now, pressure of solid matter. What does it mean? Sewer contains particles of solid matter, both organic and inorganic, the heavier of which may settle down at the bottom of the sewer as and when the flow velocity reduces, resulting to the clogging of the sewer. To avoid the clogging of the sewer, they must be laid at such a gradient that self-cleansing velocity is achieved. So, the main difference is that water supply or while designing the water main, we don't have to consider the solid matter because water does not or drinking water does not contain a solid matter, whereas the wastewater contains the solid matter. So, whenever the velocity get reduced, there are fair chances that the solids which are heavier than the water start settling at the bottom of the sewer, and it may result in the clogging of the sewer. So, to avoid this clogging, the sewer must be laid at such a gradient that slope should be provided in such a way that the self-cleansing velocity can be achieved and there will not be any clogging. Second point is pressure of the water. Water in the water mains flow under the pressure. Hence, water mains can be carried up and down the gradient. The sewer pipe carry the sewage as a gravity conduit or the open channel. Hence, they must be laid at a continuous downstream gradient. Usually, the water mains that we are providing or the water supply is carried out under pressure. So, we can lay the water mains at any gradient like up and down. So, it will be very easier in case of water mains or water supply network. But when you are providing the sewer pipes, usually the sewer pipes are carried under gravity or as a open channels. So, it is better to provide continuously on the laid at the continuous downstream gradient. In exceptional cases, if the pumping facilities are provided, in that case we can provide the sewer pipes on the upstream gradient also. There are certain formulas that can be used, empirical formulas that can be used or developed by the various researchers, and the formula can be used for the design of sewer. The first formula is Chase's formula, Cutter's formula, Bazin's formula, Manning's formula, Crims and Brooks formula, and Hazen and Williams formula. The factor that influences the flow of sewage in the sewer are: the first one is slope of sewer, geometry of sewer, roughness of interior surface of the sewer, bend, transition, obstruction, etc., flow condition, and last is characteristics of sewage. So, the flow of sewage is mainly depend on these 6 factors. So, slope of the sewer is governing parameter, then geometry, as I said, the circular, parabolic, rectangular and all, and circular pipe is the most suitable section which can be used for the sewer design. roughness of the interior surface, how the surface or the interior surface of that sewer is there. We can say that how much it is rough or plain and all. According to that, the sewer the velocity get reduced or velocity get increased. Then bend, transition, obstruction. So if the bends, transition and obstruction are there, there may be definitely a loss of head, and there are velocity head loss in velocity also. So it may leads to the accumulation of the solid matters in the sewer. So it is also a governing parameter. Then flow condition, and the last one is the characteristics of sewage, that is domestic, whether it is domestic sewage or industrial sewage. Again, other than that, the physical characteristic, chemical characteristics also matters a lot while designing the sewer and selecting the sewer material. The first one is the Chase's formula. It states that by this formula, the velocity of the flow is calculated by using the formula V is equal to C under root R into S, where V is the velocity of the flow in meter per second, S is the hydraulic gradient or slope of the sewer, R is the hydraulic mean radius. It is measured in meter and it is calculated by dividing the cross sectional area divided by the perimeter. A is the area of cross section in meter per second, P is wetted perimeter, and C is the Chase's constant. The C is very complex in nature and it depends upon the roughness of inner surface, hydraulic mean radius, size and shape of sewer, slope, etc. Value of the Chase's C is found out by either by Cooter's formula or Bazin's formula. Knowing the velocity of the flow from the above equation, the channel section is designed by the general formula, that is Q is equal to A into V. The C is calculated, the Chase's C is calculated by the two formulas, that is Cooter's formula and the Bazin's formula. The formula is given here, where N denotes the roughness coefficient, and in the Bazin's formula K denotes the Bazin's constant. The Bazin's constant can be taken by referring this table, which shows that for very smooth surface the value of K is 0.11, whereas for the rough earthen channel the K increases at a higher level and it may go up to 3.17. So as for very smooth surface the K value is very less or least we can say, and for the rough surface the K value increases, and accordingly it will affect the flow condition. Then the Manning's formula. The V can be also calculated by Manning's formula, and it is written like that. It is written as 1 by N R raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to 1 by 2, where N is the roughness coefficient or the Manning's rugosity coefficient. For calculating the V by the Manning's formula, you can refer the N value from the given table. The Krims and Brooks formula, in the formula given by this researcher is V is equal to 83.47 R raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to 1 by 2. If we equate the Manning's and the Krims and Brooks formula, we can say that the N is equal to 0.012, hence Manning's formula becomes Krims and Brooks formula when N is equal to 0.012. Then Hazen and Williams formula. According to this formula, V is equal to 0.85 C R raised to 0.63 into S raised to 0.15. So these formulas can be used for calculating the velocity of the flow. Along with that, there are certain hydraulic elements are also to be considered while designing the sewers. The most commonly used sewer are circular sewer. Hydraulic element of the different flow condition are presented below. So if we see the figure, in that figure it is we can say that it is a partially full and completely full condition. It shows the completely full condition. So, if suppose the first case we consider that circular sieve running full, then the area of flow section will be calculated by the formula A is equal to pi by 4 d square, whereas weighted perimeter will be P is equal to pi d. Hydraulic mean radius is therefore will be A by P is equal to d by 4. And if we put all these into the Manning's formula, then velocity is equal to 1 by n r raised to 2 by 3 and s raised to 1 by 2, and the discharge if we calculate and if we put all the figures into the discharge formula Q is equal to AV, then Q will be 0.3116 divided by n d raised to 8 by 3 and s raised to 1 by 2. In the second case, if the circular sieve running partially full, in that case the formula will be like this, and the central angle theta is given by cos theta by 2 is equal to 1 minus 2 small d divided by capital D. D is calculated by the formula where the D denotes the depth and area is calculated like this. Accordingly, all other like weighted perimeter and hydraulic mean radius will be calculated using this formula. Resulting velocity, at last the velocity of flow by the Manning's formula is written, and all the above formulas are put in the Manning's formula, and we will get the discharge is equal to theta divided by 360 in bracket 1 minus 360 sin theta divided by 2 pi theta bracket complete raised to pi by 3. For hydraulic proportionate value of hydraulic elements for the circular sieve when flowing partially full, the above parameters can be referred for calculating the sieve dimension. In the design of sieve parameter, the main one more main parameter is minimum velocity. Now, what exactly is the minimum velocity, and what is the significance of this is in maintaining the minimum velocity in the sieves? Actually, the sewage consists of the considerable amount of organic and inorganic solids which remain floating or suspended. If the velocity of the flow in the sieve is less or will get reduced, these solids get deposited at the invert of the pipe and causes obstruction to the flow of sewage. Hence, it is necessary to maintain the minimum velocity of flow at which no solid get deposited in the sieve. The velocity of flow that prevents the settlement of the solid is called as a self-cleansing velocity. So, the flow itself is having the velocity so that it will clean the entire sieve and there will not be any deposition. So, that self-cleansing velocity should be achieved and it should be maintained. This velocity should be maintained at least once in a day during the peak flow at all the section of the sewerage system. Generally, the self-cleansing velocity of more than 0.75 meter per second is useful. Now, how to calculate the self-cleansing velocity? The self-cleansing velocity is given by the formula Vs is equal to under square root 8 beta divided by f in bracket Gs minus 1 bracket complete small g into ds. Now, what is the significance of these parameters? Where V indicates the self-cleansing velocity, beta indicates the dimensional constant whose value depends upon the characteristics of sediment present in the waste batch friction factor. Gs is the specific gravity of the sediment, whereas small g is nothing but the acceleration due to gravity, where ds is the diameter of the solid particle. According to the Baldwin-Latham's self-cleansing velocity depends upon the diameter of the sieve. So, if you refer this table, you can see that if the diameter is in between 15 to 25, the velocity will be 1 meter per second. Whereas, if the diameter is 30 to 6, then it will become 0.7, it should be 60, 30 to 60 centimeter. And if the diameter increases if it is greater than 60 centimeter, then velocity will get further reduced and it will be 0.6. So it is very much depend velocity or the self cleansing velocity is very much depend upon the diameter of the sieve. Then minimum velocity. Similarly, the velocity of the flow in the sieve should be not too high at the suspended as the suspended solid will cause the wear to the contact surface of the pipe and erode the pipe material of the sieve. So while considering and while designing the self cleansing velocity, we have to see that minimum velocity or the self cleansing velocity should not be too high, so that it will cause the corrosion by the suspended or the by deposited particles for the sieve material. This will reduce the life of the sieve, and the permissible maximum velocity to prevent the eroding is termed as non-scoring velocity, and it should be limited to 3.3 meter per second. Maximum velocity is depend on the material of the sieve. Following table shows the maximum velocity in meter per second for different sieve material. If the vitrified tile material is used, the limiting velocity should be 4.5 to 5.5. If it is cast iron, then definitely the limiting velocity will be 3.5 to 4.5. For stoneware, 3 to 4. For cement concrete, it should be 2.5 to 3. Ordinary brick lining, if it is provided for the sieve, then the maximum velocity should be 1.5 to 2.5. And if the earthen channels are used, then velocity get further reduced and the maximum velocity or the non-scoring velocity should be provided between 0.6 to 1.2. So if you see, as the material changes and as the property of material changes, the limiting or the scoring velocity, non-scoring velocity also changes. And for the heavier and most durable type of material, the velocity will be kept at higher side, and for the earthen where the erosion is more, then in that case the non-scoring velocity should be less, and it is in the range of 0.6 to 1.2. The minimum size of the sieve should not be less than 15 centimeter. The recommended size is 20 centimeter. In hilly areas, it may be 10 centimeter also. Standard pipe size are 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter, 35 centimeter and 40 centimeter, with increase of 5 centimeter up to 2 meter. Sieve grades. It is the slope at which sieve is laid. Generally follows the natural slope of the ground, not steeper than the 1 into 20. Slope of 1 in 40 to 1 in 80 for the house sieve connected to the public sieve should be adopted, whereas the gradient for the self cleansing velocity of at least 0.6 meters per second is presented in the table as below. If suppose the sieve diameter is 20 centimeter, then gradient of 0.003 should be provided, and for the 100 centimeter diameter sieve, the gradient is further reduced and it will become 0.0005. So in this video, we have discussed about the hydraulic parameters of design of sieve. In that, we discussed the different formulas like Chase's formula, Crimp and Brooks formula, Cutter's formula, Bazin's formula, Manning's formula. Then we have discussed about the minimum velocity, or which is also called as a self cleansing velocity. Then the maximum velocity and the dimension that should be provided, the design dimension that should be provided for the design of sieve. Thank you for watching.